Alright, cue the creepy music. This is a ghost story. 3 ghost stories. Burnaby, BC, Canada. 2015. Me and my then girlfriend lived in a place called Rumble Street. It's a really long street. It's like miles long, mostly residential, big Canadian houses. It's too hot right now. Rumble Street is the creepiest place I've ever lived in my life. It had this feeling to it. It had this feeling of there was always just this, I really don't want to say this, but energy. There was an energy to it. There was this mysterious, dark kind of feeling underneath. It was just fucking scary. It was a scary place. Creepy place. These big houses, some of them, quite a few of them, they didn't have anyone in. They were just empty houses. 3 really strange things happened on Rumble Street. Okay, we'll do that again. There we go. 3 really strange things happened on Rumble Street. Let's start with the least ghosty thing. The thing that I think is kind of easily explainable. I used to smoke cigarettes. I used to go out and smoke cigarettes a lot when I was living there. And we had this big porch, kind of like a porch and then some steps down. It was kind of elevated. And you could see quite a bit kind of going out into the street through the gardens. And I had this really weird feeling. Like, it was just a feeling. I didn't see anything. But it was, for some reason, in my head that there was some type of kind of time warp going on. I would get these kind of really strong feelings and kind of daydreams, kind of fantasies in my head of horses, like hundreds of horses and battles going on. And I would hear also like noises like kind of that related to that kind of that scene. So that's like the least ghosty thing. That's like easily explainable as it's 3 a.m. I should be in bed, not smoking a cigarette out on Rumble Street, the creepiest street in the world. What isn't as easy to explain is the second one. When we moved, we were in a room on the ground floor, and we switched over for the last, I think, month and a half to a room in the basement, and it was a nice room. It was like had its own bathroom and there was a kitchen downstairs as well that we could use, and there was kind of a back door out into the garden, and it was it was basement level when you first went outside there. So I would smoke cigarettes there at night, and I would always see this. And I don't know why, but it looked like an Asian guy, specifically a Chinese guy, very tall, kind of looking down and checking his phone, always in that same position. And it was indistinguishable from a real human standing there looking at their phone just silently. It really looked like that. And I would tell myself over and over again, it's not that, it's the lamp you see in the day. There's no fucking Chinese guy there looking at his phone. But it looked like that. It was that. It really was that. It was that kind of image there, just still. And multiple times I would go up the steps from basement level to the garden, and I would just get a closer look, and then it would change back into a lamp. And and then it would go away. And then I would go back down the steps, I'd look again, and Chinese guy was back. So yeah, I still... Well, I can kind of explain that one because it's just an optical illusion. It's late at night, shadows, all of those kind of things. My head, in my mind, telling myself, it's a ghost because it's a creepy street. The one that can't be explained by anything else. Me and my then girlfriend at the exact same time, while walking down Rumble Street to, I think we were going to 7-Eleven or go to a restaurant. There were a few restaurants up there. We were walking down the street in the clear day. It was sunny out. It was, people were around, cars were going past, and we were walking together, just talking. Can't remember what we were talking about. We were just talking about stuff, and we both looked kind of in one direction, like just to the side of us, on the left-hand side, and we saw, like, at the outside of a garden, there was a garden fence, and then outside of that garden fence there was two people, and they were elderly people, but they were all really white, like overexposed white, but you could still kind of tell their features. And it was like the wife was kind of doing some gardening and the guy was kind of just leaning on the wooden fence. And I saw it for like a split second, like maybe half a second, but I could tell all those details from it in that time. And I turned to my girlfriend and I said, "Did you see that?" And she also kind of was taken aback like this, and she said, "Yeah." And I asked her what she saw, and she said, like, an old couple, like two people. And so we had both seen the same thing separately. We weren't like, "Oh, what is that?" and then, "Oh, maybe it's this." We had both just seen it and realized is two old people there, and then they were gone like this. I can't explain that one. And the guy kind of, he looked like my granddad on my mum's side, who he died before I was born, so I never actually saw him, but in pictures it looked like that. Kind of believe in ghosts. I don't believe they're everywhere and I can see them and talk to them, but every now and then they're gonna pop up on places like Rumble Street and gonna freak you the fuck out. And if they're not ghosts, then there's something else that we can't explain right now, and we're just saying they're ghosts. But me and my ex-girlfriend both saw them at the same time. That's pretty freaky. Those are my Canadian ghost stories.